right, the show continues. I hope you had a wonderful few minutes away, whatever it is you are doing. It's nice to have Slash on the show. See somebody evolve, see somebody challenge themselves and enter spaces they never thought they would go. And yes, it is easy to operate with less fear when you have a financial security net that I guess November rain could provide. But still, how do you change your destiny? How do you deal with your own destiny? And how do you manage your own fear in an era when most of us are, if we're being honest with each other, soft? It's one of the things we're going to get into tonight on the panel. Carla Collins is here. Christina Walkinshaw is here. Oh, my God, Marc Maron is here, everybody. Say hi to Marc Maron. Marc, has this turned out the way you thought it would?
This moment?
This life plan of yours?
No, it turned out much better than I thought.
Yeah?
That was one of the most intense setups for a panel I've ever heard in my life, by the way.
We're not
this is about fear, panic, horror. Can we get through it?
Yeah, no, the answer is we can't get through it. That's the issue.
Yeah, I'm freaking out right now.
I'm ready. That's what I want to do. Because people at home are sitting there and they're looking at their life going, oh, man, is this going to go the way I want?
Well, yeah, I find what's exciting is that in order to really make a change in your life, you have to be forced into a position of complete desperation. I'm not trying to be funny either, and clearly because there were no laughs, it's not a problem. But for me, when I started doing my podcast, I mean, literally everything had dried out. You know, I was in the middle of a divorce, my career wasn't going well, and I had no choice but to do something, because I don't know if you know this, maybe you do as a show business person, but after a certain point, you know, your plan B's, you know, I don't know if you have any.
I don't have any plan Bs.
Well, that's the thing, is like when I was like 48 or 47.
I mean, I keep a box of plan Bs, but it's a different plan B that you're talking about. I was saying with the, right?
Yeah, sure.
Too far?
Sure.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Sure. Too soon?
But what happens is like you get to a point in your life after you've been chasing your dream for a long time, and you have that moment where you're like, well, this stinks. I'm done with it. I can always, wow. There used to be something in that box.
No education.
I got nothing. What am I going to do? Like the last job I had, I was a grill cook at a restaurant. What am I going to go back to that? You know, put an application in to cook at a restaurant. It's like, what have you been doing for the last 25 years? Oh, let me show you my Conan reel. You know.
Have they gone the way you thought they would, Carla?
No, not at all, but that's why I have a wonderful new series coming out. You know, the It Gets Better series that they have for young gay teens, and someone like Neil Patrick Harris tells them, get through this horrible hormonal time. I have one called It Gets Worse for all valedictorians, prom queens, and captains of football teams in high school. It's just me chain smoking with a cup of Vicodin and vodka, just clenching a Kegel ball, wearing something inappropriately young for my age, and saying, bang all the cheerleaders you can now, because it gets worse. Get an education. I'm part of an all-female sketch troupe called Vagisilly. So, but it's all right.
No, actually, I was going to slip you my headshot and resume right now.
You've got to be invited into Vagisilly, okay?
What do you do when things don't work out the way you plan?
I do what every Canadian does. I drink a lot of beer.
Listen, we know that there's so much you don't control. Is there something you have a complete mastery over?
Well, I'm pretty good with a fork. Masturbation, I think I'm good at.
Right. But are you right-handed or left-handed?
Well, right-handed.
So you mean to use your left hand?
Well, I don't want to scare myself. Who's that? What's happening? Just me.
Do you control any? What are you good at controlling?
Self-loathing, complete mastery over that.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you?
I have control over nothing in my life. Like, I can't even make my toilet flush every day. Like, it's true. The one thing I could control are my burps, but I really just like to let them out, so. But I can't control what they smell like.
It's like you got
should get all the young guys. Right? Toilet humor, burps.
Sure.
Right? Well, some girls play hard to get. I play hard to want, you know?
That's a goal that everybody should have.
Stick around more after this. That's right, my friends. We have a live studio audience, and it's a lot of fun. It's even better, too, because, my friends, it is free. So free. I'd love it if you join us. Go to strombo.com/tickets to find out how. All right, you're back here on the program. Come on with it. Marc Maron's here. Carla Collins is here. Christina Walkinshaw is here. Okay, so we've talked about how things have worked out in a sense and how you manage your own destiny, but did you ever have a moment where you thought for sure you're going to bomb? But it went way better in life than you thought it would go?
When we made love.
Yeah.
That was... I had way more energy than I thought.
I gotta be honest with you. With the words you used, love never played a role.
I didn't do my best material for that.
Pretty tough girl.
When has it worked out in your favor? You actually had really low expectations and you backed out.
Well, I try to have low expectations, if not negative ones, entering any situation.
So you're saying the secret is not the way to go then? Putting positive stuff in the universe is not your angle?
No, because that's ridiculous. Yeah, have you ever met a positive person? It's horrendous. You kind
of want to punch them in the face.
Especially people who are aggressively positive. That's the worst. So, like, have you met these people that are like, you're being negative and it stinks? It's like, what's with the tone, positive guy? Maybe you should check yourself.
By the way, you can see Carla. You can listen to our Speakeasy on Canada Talks on Sirius XM channel 167. Of course, Tinder Bender is your column, which people can read
on Huffington Post.
That's right.
And of course, Canada.
And Marc Maron not only has got his own What the F podcast that you can check out, but Thinky Pain is on Netflix, which premieres tonight. So now you have your plans. How about a hand for everybody? Always a pleasure to be with you. Good things, Canada.